Elsewhere here in New York, it's the Governor Kathy Hochul indefinitely delaying the city's congestion pricing plan, which aimed to alleviate traffic, reduce pollution, and fund public transit through a $15 toll for entering Midtown Manhattan during peak hours. Hochul cited concerns about the economic impact on working class families and potential unintended consequences. However, many businesses and advocacy groups disagree, arguing that the benefits outweigh the costs. Critics suggest that the delay is a political move to gain support in suburban areas where congestion pricing is unpopular, most notably like Long Island, for example. For many, this was crazy. It's already very expensive to get to this town. Adding $15, many feel would just stunt the return to work, the return to office that is beginning to pick back up in here in New York. People are coming back to the office, but if you had $15 a day, would it stop you? Would it make you rethink those plans? Absolutely it would. Probably the right move, in my opinion, for Hochul.
Well, and interesting, too, because we noted this takes effect during peak hours, but I'm pretty sure the window of time is pretty much all day. It's pretty much peak all day.
And weekends.
Right, from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., at least during the week. And so you probably aren't going to see a Broadway show. You're not going to see a Broadway show at 10 p.m. You might be leaving at that point. But then the congestion pricing wouldn't matter to you. So I think the whole ethos around this was to protect the city, to make it more environmentally friendly. Some businesses might say, we would rather have this. This could be good for our business because people don't want to be in bumper-to-bumper traffic. But obviously, amid inflation, there was enough pushback for the governor to pump the brakes on this.
I'm curious how it would have impacted Uber and Lyft. Would they have had to pay that fee, and would they then turn it right around to the consumer and raise prices dramatically? One would assume they'd have to.
I believe that was the case, that Uber and Lyft would also be victim to this as well. And that's how many trips you go in and out. That's their job, right? So it can add up pretty quickly.
Now, on the downside, they have to fund the MTA, which has a massive budget hole shortcoming because people aren't traveling on public transportation as much. There are rumors that they might tax business to fund that hole. That's not going to be popular either for the return. How many businesses will leave New York and continue the migration to Florida?
You already take into account parking and everything. It's insanely expensive.
Oh, it's difficult. It is tough as someone who does it every day. I know you do too as well. The commute is difficult.